Well, the first thing really is get a profiler. Find, then actually there is, I know we have a sample we ship. I know there are people, because that's really like, I worked on performance for a couple of years on Access, and it's like, and even working on it in VB, if I had a dime for every time I thought I knew what the problem was, it's like, oh, well, obviously we just got to tweak it here. And it's like, no, that wasn't it at all. So that's the first thing is, you have to measure it, because a lot of times it's just in the, it's in the user code. It's just sort of, oh, the way things interact. But in terms of specific things, look for, well, obviously there's the sort of bread and butter, looking for anything that's done a lot of times and making sure you're not doing anything expensive in there, because it sort of magnifies it out. And when I'm trying to think of something beyond the generics, generic.
Well, in like the VB 3 and 4 days, one of the tips was reduce the number of controls on a form. Or
yeah.
Do you still do that kind of stuff? Or,
yeah, the capacity, the capacity of VB is a lot better than it used to be. Yeah. So there aren't as many obvious, the good news is there aren't as many obvious bottlenecks, places where it's like, okay, you do this and it's just going to suck, that kind of thing. And we've been pretty good about eliminating a lot of those. And so it really does kind of come down to, obviously, if you have 100,000 controls on your form, it's going to be slow. But we've actually, with WinForms and stuff like that, there aren't really as many arbitrary limits, which is actually really nice. It's, because we do get, we get the emails not just about performance, but also what's the limit for the number of controls on a form? Well, how much memory you have. That's a nice answer to give rather than 64,000 or 32,000.
There was a hard limit on Windows handles, right?
Exactly.
Was it Windows 95 days or was it?
Yeah, it was the old. Yeah.
Back in the old days.
Back in the old days. Not so old for a lot of people. I know,
It's only 11 years old.
I know. I just in the vacation
9 years. 9-year anniversary just passed.
That's right.
Wow.
Well, I just this past weekend I converted my mother-in-law's computer from Windows 98 to XP. So it's not as old days as but yeah, exactly. There's not as many. The WinForm team did a great job in that regard. So.
Do you have any